And we are back in another exciting series of steps to model your puzzle cube. Today we are going to talk about making a presentation file, which will be the exploded view of our solution of our puzzle cube. So in the end, it will look something like this. We've got our puzzle cube complete, modeled up right here. Once again, my colors are being weird. There we go. There's our completed puzzle cube. Now we want to put that into a solution, a presentation file. So we're going to model the solution by going to File, New, and we're going to scroll down through our templates and choose the standard presentation. So the presentation files have the suffix .ipn, inventor presentation, and we'll hit Create. Now when we are creating a presentation, it ends up blank like this. So just like in an assembly, you have to bring in parts to create your assembly. In a presentation, you have to bring in an assembly to create your presentation. So we're going to go up to Insert Model, and we will navigate to our puzzle cube. So once again, hopefully you are well organized and you know exactly where your puzzle cube solution lies. I'll scroll through, find my solved cube. A little bit of a maze, but it works. And here is my puzzle cube. Click Open, and there it is. There is my cube. So the first step in creating your presentation file is to choose. Just like when you were building your assembly, you need to choose what is your base part that you will be building around. So everything should explode away from that base part that you would use to solve your puzzle cube. So think about that first. After you have that decided, in my case it's going to be the blue part on the inside. After you have that decided, you will start to what's called tweak components. So I'm going to click Tweak Components up here. And I'm going to choose first my purple piece, and I will choose the face that I want the part to go away towards. Here's what I mean by that. Click on this face. Alright, I had to pause my video there for a second, so forgive me if I repeat myself, but we're using tweak components, and we're going to choose this surface of my purple part because I want it to jump out this way in the Z direction. So I'm going to click this surface. And my go-to usually, click that and then click the arrow in the direction you want to go. So I'm going to click this, and you can either drag the arrow or you can type a specific distance in. My go-to is generally 2 inches. I type in 2, I hit enter, and we can modify that later if we need. So I'll click that, and then basically you just go through that for all of your parts. So for the red one, I'm going to make that go up, so I'll hit tweak. Oh, sorry. That's not what I want. Tweak. Click on the top there. Click this. Again, 2. Tweak. The green one I will have come out this way. 2. Tweak. And I'll use the yellow piece. I'll rotate it around. And then now with this one, because I click on this surface, it assumes this direction is positive, so if you want it to go back, you just type -2 and it goes back. So as you can see, it's still not super well defined. The red one is kind of hovering over top of the blue piece, the yellow is a little bit covered up. So what you can do is go into your browser, and you can drop down and you can keep going through your puzzle cube, and it has the tweaks right there. It says tweaks. So there are what I did. If I hover over it, it shows you which tweak is which. So if I hover over the first one, that's the purple part. The second one is the red part. I want to modify that, so I just click on it, and I'm just going to try bumping it up a ½ inch, 2.5. That clears it a little bit better, so I'm going to leave it at that. Third one was the green one. Fourth one was the yellow one. I'll do 2.5 again. There we go. I like the looks of that a little bit better. Now, down here at the bottom, we have what shows, it can end up being a video, that's what I'm trying to say. So we have what shows the video timeline of our puzzle cube solution. So if you look at these controls here, if I click the very left one, it goes back to the beginning. If I click the last one, it shows the end. And if I click play, it'll play it forward. And it's kind of slow. So it goes like this. It plays all of your tweaks in the order that you did them. If those are a little slow, what you can do is, if you see that this edge right here is a whole new window pane, you can either drag that out, or you can click, if you hover over it, you'll see your cursor change, and you can drag up, and you'll see there's some information that shows up. So it shows the purple, red, green, yellow, and this right here is the time it's going to take to do the tweak. So if you would like to make that shorter, you can hover over this. If you want to make everything go faster, instead of over the course of like 10 seconds, you can drag these shorter, and you can even drag them to happen at the same time. And we could do something like this. I'll just show you what that modification does. So we drag them together, and if I were to go to the beginning and hit play, now those first two happen at the same time since they're stacked on top of each other. And again, I could have the time frame change. If I double click on that, I can change my duration that way as well. So I could make it more like 1 second to happen a little bit faster. And now they're going to be happening at the same time. Now the red one's going to happen a little bit faster than the blue, purple one, and there's going to be a large gap. So if I play this, those two happen, and then there's a gap while it waits to get to that one. So you have to drag this over if you want the timelines to line up a little bit nicer. So you can modify your timing and how it shows up on video however you like using this window right here. And then what we can do from there is, after we have that tweaked how we like, you can publish that video up here at the top. So you go up to publish to video, and just make sure you choose the file location where that video will be saved. If you want to mess with some of these settings, you can. I'm not going to. But you just choose the file location where you're saving your video, and you go from there. So that is the creation of a presentation file along with the video. I want you to make sure that you complete this, save it where you need to save it, and then create the video and save that as well.